Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build some model kits and hang out with you. As always, I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber and you reply with those emotes, if you're not a subscriber, you can just say hi. Thank you very much, Harold, for hosting the stream. Appreciate that as always. Welcome, Aristofan. Hello to Ash. Happy to have you here. Dude Wants His Rug is here. Excellent. We already got a stellar crew of folks watching the stream. Lashbrook is here. Jam is here. Oh, this is great. Very, very good. Happy to have all of you here in the Bear Cave as we begin our stream. We are finishing the Glansa up. Now, did I think I was going to finish the Glansa on Monday? Yes. Didn't finish it on Monday. But don't have much left to do. Have to put the shields on and put the beam sabers in the shields because instead of just a saber, the beams can be attached to the shields because they are attack shields, which I enjoy in a model kit. It protects, but it also attacks. We're going to finish up that, thus completing my first kit ever from Gundam AGE, one of the only series I haven't built anything from previously. And then we're going to move on. We've built stuff from Gundam Seed. We're going over to the old Strike Rouge Ootori. Now, have I done a Strike before? I haven't actually. I have a Strike Noir, which came out when the series came out. This is Gundam Seed, and I hadn't built that yet. That's still in my backlog. But due to gift cards and a suggestion from Lashbrook, I picked up this kit. So it is, in a way from my wish list, even if it's not from my Amazon one, because it was bought via gift cards. I did have plans before the stream sometime today to shave. That did not happen, and I don't care. Just didn't do it. I might do it tomorrow. I don't know. It's getting warm here in South Carolina, so I probably should trim it down or get rid of a lot of it. But I worked a customer service job today, which was, I only worked half a shift. It was 4 hours. Shaving stream. No, Ash. I know that you have put the tongue out emoticon there, but yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good. So I'm gonna do a stream. Not stream. I'm gonna complain a bit about that kind of stuff, and we're gonna do a model kit building stream, which is gonna be very fun, and we're gonna hang out and talk about some stuff. Big Gunpla announcements. Bandai made an announcement about some of the stuff that's coming out this year. Will it be? It doesn't seem to be premium Bandai announcements because usually there's like, hey, that's next week instead of in advance. Now, there are a couple big things. One, they're going to do another full mechanics. We haven't even gotten the first full mechanics yet, but they're going to do a second full mechanics. I don't care about that too much because that's a Gundam I don't care about. Here's what I do care about. The Virgo from Gundam Wing. A new high grade of the Virgo is coming out. That's rad. They did the Leos. They did, they've done a bunch of these pretty recent re-releases of the Death Army, the Eldora Brute. They've done these grunts. So now we're getting the Virgo. Very excited about that. I like building things from Gundam Wing. But the big one. I can't believe they're doing this. They've been putting out scale high grades, nonsense big scale high grades lately. The Penelope is something that I have in my collection. They've done a few other ones like that. They're coming out soon. They're doing the Devil Gundam from G Gundam. You know that Gundam that's a big head that then has a torso and then like a regular Gundam chest and head and arms that comes out of this long torso out of a thing that looks like a big head, and then that big head also has feet. It comes like they're gonna make the look. I gotta put in. I built this. I built a model of this that came out back when. I'll show you the figure that came out, the high grade that came out at a certain point. And I built that, and that was not a great. I mean, this was from when G Gundam was happening, so it wasn't a particularly stellar example of it. But I did build this. I built that. You can see, like that's the head there of a big Gundam, and then the little thing comes up, and then it's just a Gundam that comes out of it. And it wasn't like this was all yellow. They had some stickers. It was not a great representation back in the day. I am very excited to find out what a 2021/2022, because we don't know the release date, what that's going to be. What is a new high-grade Devil Gundam going to be? They're making a Devil Gundam. So needless to say, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that model. I'm going to build a Devil Gundam. Now, I don't want to add in the thing, because I've said this. We build Death Sice on this stream. And I like saying that. We enjoyed the products of Gundam Wing. We like building things. I didn't see any of these announcements. Yeah, Lashbrook, somebody forwarded to me a video about it. Yeah, so I found somebody forwarded a video on Twitter of this, which, oh no. Wait, did I get, hey folks, fact finding. Did I get a good looking, prank? Because it involved some high grades talking about some master grades. They talked about a new full mechanics. Did I fall for an April Fool's? Oh no. Let me see. Did I fall for an April Fool's? That doesn't. If this wasn't real, all right, I'm gonna retweet my tweet. If this wasn't real, it's a very good video. Thank you for the description, Jolov. That's tier 3. Subscribe for 5 months. Thank you for being tier 3. That rules. I'm gonna hit the old applause there. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe emote. Thank Jolov for that. Haven't I been for more than 5 months? Yeah, I don't know, Jolov. I don't know if that's accurate. I can look that up, but it says 5 months. So I do not know, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's okay, I believe it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going by what it says. All right, so I'm doing a fact finding here because maybe the person that sent me this video, maybe this is an April Fool's. When it did go up today, is this an April Fool's? It is. It is. I'm about to tweet at the person. Got caught in an April Fool's prank. Damn it. I can't believe I did this, folks. So, hey, for some reason, it was because this was... Okay, so I will say this. I'm not going to link to the video, which I was fooled by. I'm not going to link to that video. But it's just a news video from somebody that covers video game news. Or, sorry, Gunpla news. It's just a Gunpla... It's just a video. And it's the April Fool's thing that's just... It's just lies. It's just lies. Perhaps it will be like the Tauntaun sleeping bag that became real. So, yeah. So, the fact that they were going to make a new high grade of the Devil Gundam should have been my thing of like, there's no way. Now, did I look for other news to verify this video? No, and that is on me. I believe the person that said, hey, did you see the new full mechanics news? To which I replied, I didn't. Are you talking about the Calamity? No, there was another announcement. I took that person from their word because there's somebody that follows me on Twitter and pays attention. I usually hear Gunpla news because you tell me. Because in Discord or on Twitter or here in the chat, you tell me news. And so I shouldn't just take your all words for it. Um, Now, if this had been Bandai lying about what was coming out, I would, because that's what it is, it's a lie. I'd be more upset than I am right now. As it is, I'm more mad that I didn't recognize this video, which was just looked like a news video. I mean, some of the photos, they didn't have photos attached to it, which Bandai wouldn't do. Um, but yeah, I just 100% completely believed it. Yes, and now the person that I have replied to, or who sent me the video, is now like, that was not real. God damn it. Yeah. So, yeah. Um, so here's the thing. Maybe I am going to dislike that video. I'm hitting the dislike on that video uh, because that is just mean. Uh, yeah. Yeah. They basically, this person just made a video of like, here's all the kits that people really want. Like a new Exia Master Grade, people want a new version of that. Just stuff. It's just a trolling video, and it's a bummer that I believed it. That somebody else sent me that link in good faith, and that I did not do any sort of follow-up research is on me. So I have now started this stream on a bad personal note, and that's weird. Anyway, before we get in the building, Plastic Model Weekender is coming up. I'm going to change the subject because I have embarrassed myself. I'm glad I didn't retweet the tweet from the person sent me and post that as news, although I'm sure someone would have replied, no, they didn't. Um, anyway, twitch.tv/Plastic Model Weekender. I bought a bunch of packs of random trading cards for games and I have a bunch of them, and I will open them on stream for every $50 that is donated cumulatively during my shift, which is 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. I'm going to work on a model kit, a fresh model kit for that stream. I'll be hosting it here on twitch.tv/PatBear, but you can watch it and chat. I won't be looking at chat on my own stream, but I will be hosting it. And yeah, these packs are interesting. And I bought more than I think I will get donations for, and in which case I will I will open them later. I'll do something where I'll do something to try to get more money for it. Anyway, let's get into building the Glansa. So yeah, I to somewhat justify the fact that I got fucking pranked and believed it. The person that made the video, I don't know. I don't know the person that made the video. I don't know their work, which is not an excuse. It is just how it came out. So I am told by someone who also believed the video that these are facts. So I believe the person that has not lied to me about things before, who believed the video, thus I believed the video, and then got the video, watched the video, and was like, oh, okay, all right, oh, okay. Luckily, did not share that news or send it anywhere else. Would I buy Would I buy the Devil Gundam high grade? Of course I would. I would gladly build it. I would love it. Do I think they're going to make more full mechanics after the Calamity? Certainly. So I don't think they would take the name Full Mechanics, which they use for one thing, use it for something else once. So I do think there'll be more Full Mechanics. But yeah, so I endeavor, and I will promise and endeavor in the future that if I hear something like that I will in the future not report it as fact on a stream. I'm going to do this henceforward. Do my due diligence. Uh, I'm glad I didn't try to replicate. It wouldn't have worked as well to replicate the incredible success that I had when I was letting people know. Jolov, Jolov, if you did something like gift subs or something like that, it occasionally or bits. There has been some delays lately with that, so I don't know what you tried to do, but give it a little bit to see. I did a straight up donation for 50 smackers. So what did you use? Also, thank you. Oh, you did coffee. My coffee notifications aren't going through. I apologize, but I see it, and I appreciate it very much. So yeah, the overlay for coffee isn't. I linked it, but I have to do it again. I don't know what's going on. But thank you very much. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for that lovely donation. Also, well, thank you very much. Mr. Bob just subscribed for Tier 1, 43 months. Let's hit the applause. I appreciate that. I'm not letting the haters. Look, honestly, I'm mostly mad at myself because I got fooled by an April Fool video that I want to stress was just a lie. It was just someone just made a video where they just lied. So I did fall for a lie. That is on me. And I am annoyed by that. It happens. But yeah, Jalif, thank you very much. I got to make sure that I get that Ko-Fi thing going there because that is frustrating. That overlay hasn't been working. Thank you so much. And also, again, Mr. Bob, thank you for renewing your subscription and thank you for your continued support. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, look, honestly, I would build a Devil Gundam in a heartbeat. I think that kit rules. I think that is just a lovely thing. The Virgo would be fun to build. I think that would be great. And yeah, and I'm annoyed that I got excited about it. My friend Jester is working on a Zaku kit for me. I'm excited. Awesome. It's going to be black and orange. Ooh, fun. A little Halloween Jester. Nice. I like that. Little jack-o'-lantern Jester. All right, let's get these all. So we're working on shields. We got two little shields. They're going to sit on the sides. They're going to have weapons, blades that can beam weapons. So they are attack shields. They attack and protect, which is very fun. And as always, or as the new always, we are doing the two-step cutting method, where I am doing snips away from it and then doing cleanup snips. This should theoretically, with the single blade, prevent any issues of decoloration. There'll still be some, like, it's not going to be perfect because it is a single blade, so it's not going to be like absolutely perfect, but it will look better than if I just snip as close as possible right off of the spruce. And yeah, so it won't prevent all of that, the discoloration of that, because it is just a single blade, but it's still really great. I broke my God hands. Feels bad, man. I get new ones. I snipped the whole runner with them. Yes. And they shattered. Yeah. So these are the single blades. So they are not as delicate as the premium ones. But you do end up with some discoloration on some pieces. And I can't cut this. If I try to cut this, it'll hurt. It won't be, it's not as delicate. These aren't as delicate and they're expensive. But you do have to do double snips. So it does take longer. Yes. Yeah, totally, Jelv. I hear you. Yeah, if you're like, I want to break these up, like to make them fit in the trash better. If you got big sheets, like if this was full, you think, oh, I'll just break these up, but you should not do that. Get your wire cutters for that. With God hands, I think you want to swap between bulk and clean cut. Yeah. For the big snips. Yeah. So what I do what I've been doing is, because here's the thing, right? I like these. I like the cuts that they're making. I think they look great. I am not going to use I'm not going to use two pairs of snippers for streams. That's just not going to happen. So I'm not going to be swapping between my wire cutters and all that. So I am just going to make double. I am going to make instead of flush cuts, I will flip it and then do follow-up cuts and go perpendicular to the way I cut it. So if I cut it like this way, then instead of just flipping over, I'm going to flip and turn it to do it that way. And that is how I am making the choice to do my cuts. It will save my it should save the God Hands and have them last longer, and it should prevent as much as possible the having the discoloration. It may mean there's some nubbins that way, but should be pretty good. These are the 120. These are the single blade 120s. They are expensive. But yeah, that should help with discoloration. It also means I've got a lot of tiny pieces of plastic that I have to clean up after every stream, cleaning my work surface. But I should be able to save these, and they should last longer by doing it this way. It does take a little bit longer, but it doesn't take much longer, honestly. Yeah, I really like them. I mean, I've only had them for a couple weeks, but so far I am very much enjoying them. They have been quite good, and they feel great in the hand, which is also important. They're small in the hand for me, for my big paws, but I still enjoy using them. Yeah, it does you get a snip. And yeah, look, if this was going to be displayed, I would get the sandpaper out and I would really clean it up to make it look real nice and smooth, but I'm not going to worry about that because this kit is just for, building right now and then hitting with some markers. Did I show you the cool Evangelion kit that came out? So Joliv, I have it set that not even subscribers, only people that I have set as VIP can link. So if you want, you can send me a link on Twitter, twitter.com/PatBear, or if you're in the Discord, you can post in the Discord a link or a photo. But yeah, just to kind of keep links from from flooding chat. Also because I don't have mods. So you can. It's right here. It's just to make my life easier. I have it set so that only VIPs can link. Because I have a few subscribers and I don't want to be like, oh, pay $5 and you can post links. So, but yeah, there's the Discord. Feel free to join it at your leisure. Or yeah, also, you link to Dorsey. Okay, I will check that out after the screen. I'm gonna kind of do that while I'm doing this stuff here. I can take a look to see what that looks like here. I think I have Discord open. We'll see. Should have it in streamer mode anyway, but we'll see if I got that there. And we take a look at this thing here. Oh, you got it. Okay. Godzilla versus Evangelion, Mechagodzilla Type 3. Yeah, all right, that's the Type 3. Yeah, that is lovely nonsense. That's some lovely nonsense you got right there. I like the look of that. That's some real silliness. Looks like a big purple dino pal. Yes, I'm going to throw that here. There it is. I mean, that's one of the photos. There are more photos, but I'm only going to link this one or put this one up there. But yeah, it is a Robo Godzilla. It's basically like Mechagodzilla with Ava colors, and yeah, you can see. I mean, you can look. Here's the thing. You can put that on up. You put this out on display. You put a photo of this, and people would just be like, "Oh, it's like an Ava Godzilla." I got that. I get that. Like it reads, it plays. Like you can instantly be like, "I know what this is." That's pretty fun. Also known as Kiryu in Japan. Yes. Yes. All right, let me assemble these last pieces here. We're almost done with this kit. We just got to finish off the last bit of assembly here, and then we'll put these on, which will be fun. And we'll get these going there, and then we will move on to our Strike Rouge. Our Strike Rouge. Okay, so this is going to go lower here. Got it. Getting it. Yeah, that looks very neat. That is cool. Thank you for sharing in the Discord. I don't always have Discord up because honestly, I'm not going to look at it during stream usually. I'll have to do it for that charity event because that is how people were going to communicate. So a thing that the charity stream that I'm going to take part in this month, I should say, it's April. It is officially April. That's right. A thing that is happening, part of the charity thing, is that we could have people who are also taking part. Oh, I know. I just thought you'd have laughed at that. Yes, I definitely did, and I appreciate that. Yes, thank you for sharing. Um, no, a thing that we could do is, if we wanted, is we could have guests, audio guests. And that's a thing that like I've thought of now and again of like maybe I could just like put word out if my friends want to like pop in audio wise because I don't really have the ability um uh yeah, come on with that. Yeah. Um I don't necessarily have the ability to do video, like to get to, like, look, do I have the technical know-how to have somebody join in and have a video guest, using OBS Ninja or whatever? Certainly, I could certainly technically do that. Um, but do I have the ability to do that, or the interest in having that, and also the bandwidth for that? I don't think I have the bandwidth for video guests, but audio guest is something that like I don't know. I've also been thinking of that along the lines of like friends of mine who are like interested in hanging out and doing stuff on the internet and whatever, but um but aren't up for like being streamers themselves, right? Just for fun. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my good friends all do audio guests. Yeah, that's like a thing. Like, I don't do audio guests. Also, a thing that maybe you've noticed in the past, I don't know, let's say year, is I have sometimes ran out of things to talk about on stream because I don't have a lot of life experiences right now to share with all of you because I'm not doing a lot of things due to lockdown. Now, why is this not attaching? What is causing this issue? Yeah, I haven't had like a lot of stuff going on to pull from to talk about. Well, I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. It's just one of those things. I'm just at that point right now where there's like, all right, well, I have stuff to talk about. I have things I want to be able to talk about, but it's not the same as when I was like, oh, well, this thing happened. Well, I did this. Well, I was out doing this. Like I can tell you, hey, I did customer service today. I did fill in customer service. It was a half shift, so it was 4 hours. Nothing major with that. Nothing that was like, oh, this sucks. But we can talk about the 4 types of customer service responses to a problem. The number 1 response is nothing. The number 2 response is thank you very much. The number 3 response is the number 3 response is that your company should be out of business. You don't know what you're doing. This has never happened to me before. What are you talking about? Where is my package? Because people think that folks that work in customer service can magically make packages appear that were lost because the address is wrong or because the post office misplaced a thing or because you ordered stickers and they came in a tiny little envelope and they just get lost in the mail when you buy stickers. Sometimes you buy stickers, they just get lost because they are small packages. Or any number of things. Maybe you live in Brazil and you don't remember how bad the post office is in Brazil. It is particularly bad with packages. From found experience working multiple places, and then the rarest is this is the best thing. You have a customer for life, which makes me think that like a lot of people that respond that way have not been helped in a while. They haven't had anyone step up and help them because they're so pleasantly surprised that you went out of your way, which you didn't. You were just doing your job to help them. Um, Also, there is a small category within the I can't believe this is happening to me. How dare you do this to me? A very small part of that contingent also takes everything personal as it is like, I can't believe you did this to me. Why? Like, let's say you work for a t-shirt company, right? You're gonna get people who are like, why did you send me the wrong? Why did they print the wrong shirt? Why did you do this? As if it was on purpose. It's like, oh no, that was a printing error, and we'll correct the printing error. Like, I don't know, like, we didn't, like, just be like, hey, I got the wrong thing. Great. We will reply to you and say, yes, you did get the wrong thing. I'm very sorry. Uh, like I said, like some people were like, one of my favorite subcategories, I've talked about this before when I talk about customer service. One of my favorite, absolutely favorite subcategories is, and generally they don't respond, they don't reply, is people who forgot which website they used to buy a shirt because they were looking, they followed a link and then like started an account to buy that shirt, and they don't remember where they bought it from because they can't find the confirmation email anywhere. Usually when people can't find a confirmation email, it's because, one, they send confirmation emails when the object gets printed or shipped, a lot of these companies. So if you're like, hey, it's been an hour, it's like, yeah, it's going to take a little while. And maybe that site should tell you that, which is fine. The other thing is, well, you didn't order it there. I don't know where you ordered it from, but you didn't order it from us because we can't find, like, and then you're like, hey, check your bank statement or PayPal receipt or whatever you use to pay for this, credit card statement, whatever it is, and see what it says in the description. Does it say, name of company, or does it say another one? That'll tell you. Most of the time, those folks don't reply because you have just informed them that they were just completely wrong. Although I did have one person say, well, that's you, right? And I was like, no. And I couldn't tell if they were just like, if they legitimately thought that these two companies were the same, the company they had ordered something from and us, or if this person was just trying to save face. But I was just like, oh no, we're different. You should contact them. Ugh. I complain. It is a job. I worked it. I was happy to work it. But, most of the time it's just like, hey, I need to change my order. Or, hey, I got this and it's the wrong size or whatever. Sometimes I don't. Most of the time when I do customer service, it is for like clothing stuff. But I've done some other customer service. The thing is that like specialized customer service is rough. So, when I do that, it's just another business. And you just kind of have to know. Or hopefully you're in a Slack and there are people in that Slack that will answer your questions so you can help other people. Hey, I finished this. Check this thing out. Of course, the back skirt fell off again because it keeps doing that. This back skirt is bad. Skirts are often terrible in these kits. This one is particularly bad because it has the layers just like all the other armor. It's layered on, and some of it doesn't come together particularly well. So it does like to pop off, which is frustrating. If I was going to display this, I would hit all of the pieces of the skirt with liquid cement to adhere it together because I wouldn't be, taking stuff off. Hey, Words Maybe, welcome. You just got in time for the end of the Glansa. The Glansa is done. You can see these shields. These are shields. Have room for your beam sabers. Also, the regular beam saber hilt there is on the... Yes, so the fact that these go on the shields, that it has twin shields that are attack shields. I do like an attack shield. I do like a shield that also has a big blade on it. But yeah, you can have the beams there, so that is pretty cool. And I'm going to take a photo of this because we are done, and then we'll move on to the Strike Rouge Ootori. So let me get my photo out here. Get a little closer. Yeah. We did it. I mean, I did it, but you were there too, and you helped a lot. All right, so we finished this up. I'm going to put that aside. This was my first Gundam AGE kit. I liked it. I don't know if I'll build anything else from Gundam AGE in the future, but I'm happy to build this and also to check it off. Now, there may be another Gundam series that I'm not thinking of, but I honestly, truly, at this moment, believe that I have built kits from every Gundam series with the exception of Gianrigosta. I've said that name wrong, and I will learn it at some point. I believe that's the only Gundam series I haven't built anything from, but I will do more research to figure that out. Hathaway, I haven't built a Penelope yet, so when I do that, that'll kind of go in that. I at least have that. I have the Penelope, so maybe the Hathaway, I would need to do that. But that is, all right, so we have to figure out colors. We have the main issue is obviously this maroon. I'm going to use I don't know, because this is like not a bright red, so I don't know what color I'm going to use for this. I'm probably going to use black, but we have to figure out. We have some. We have to figure out these two colors, this color here and this color here. We have to figure out what we're going to use for this, because I don't know. I'm not sure what color or what markers we're gonna use for this. Obviously, gray we'll use the black marker for, but these three colors I actually don't know what I'm going to use for, because this might look white underneath this light, but believe me, this is a pink, as you can see in there. It is a pink. It's brighter. It's lighter, I should say, than the pink on the model kit that you see there. So what I'm going to do is this is going to get covered up by other parts of the shield. So I'm going to use this here, and I'm just going to hit it with a couple different colors. That's the gray there. This is black. And this is the piece I know will get covered up, so it's okay that I'm hitting it with a few different colors. And that's the brown. And then feet, I can do the inside here. Well, first we'll look at this. Okay, so our pink is gonna be gray. We're gonna use this like whitish pink. I think we're gonna go with gray. That feels right to me. So we're gonna edit the properties here and change this to pink. Oops, what happened there? Nope, oh no. There we go. Pink. This is gonna be pink because I think that looks good. And then our red, we will look at the underside of this part here. Kind of just looking here. Is that brown? Should I use black for this? I think I'm going to use black. I think since this is not a bright, I'm going to use black for this. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use black for the red, because this is a really dark red, and black should really look good on that. And then, I don't know what I'm going to call this other color here. Do we think this, what would you call this? Salmon? Is this salmon? I don't know what, because it's not this light pink that we have here. This off-white pink, and it's not red, or the deep red. So what is this? Is it? Am I wrong to say this is salmon? Sort of, yeah. I don't know, but it's different than the off-white. So I don't know what to call this, but we're gonna look at the inside of here and take a look to see what color we're gonna use. Sort of, yeah. Because I don't know. what's going to look best on this. Just going to hit, that was brown there. Here's black, or gray, I should say. And this is the black here. I don't know. I don't know what I like best on this. Kind of give this a little erase here, just a light eraser. Oh, that's going to take it off, that's right, because I'm not doing... Do I want to do black, or do I want to do brown on this? I don't know. I like brown on red, the brown marker on red, because it kind of gives it a burnt look. Like a rusty look to it. Let's see. Let me put that on like that. Yeah, we're going to do brown on this. So I'm going to call this, I don't know what I'm going to call this. I mean, okay, so because I don't know what color this is yet, and I can't accurately say what color this is, we're just going to say feet, because it's only on the feet that this color exists on this kit. As far as I can tell, yeah. There is like the blades have a blue to it, but that's going to be easy. That's going to be black on that, and that's going to look rad. And there's plenty of that there. And then this white will just be, which is different from this. These are different colors, as you can tell here. That'll be gray. We always know that. And then the black I'll hit with gray. Beautiful looking black. We'll hit that with gray. All right, so we were just going to, literally, we're going to call this salmon color that's only the feet and like this much here. We're going to call this, we're going to hit brown with it. We're just going to write feet, and that's going to remind us that that's what the color, that color is. And that is unfortunately the best we're going to do there, because I am not an expert when it comes to colors and knowing the names of colors by any stretch of the imagination. I probably should get better at it, but I'm just not. All right, I am going to go hit my, I'm just going to say that we've started the Rouge. Started the Rouge. This is a light night here, which is a shame. Thursday nights are often our busiest night of the week, so I would have loved a few more folks here tonight. Thank you for everybody that is here. I do appreciate it very much, of course. As always, thank you for spending some of your Thursday night here with me. We're going to work on the Rouge. This is from Gundam Seed, and if I remember correctly, this is from the re-release, the remaster of Gundam Seed. This came out in 2013. This kit, but this particular version of the unit came out just for the remaster, and it's got a great look to it. I am excited to put this together. We're going to start with the cockpit. We are starting with the body, the chest. That is not uncommon for us to start there. We're going to start with our pilot. This kit does have a pilot. That was still happening in 2013 for a master grade, is that you would still have a pilot in the cockpit and not just build the cockpit. And I don't dislike that. I don't mind having somebody hanging out in the cockpit. It's a weird little thing. Harold says Gundam Seed. So what is the best way to plant a Gundam Seed? And then Harold cheers 20 bits, putting Harold at the top of the cheerleader board. So thank you very much. Bits always appreciated. Thank you, Harold, for basically paying for that joke. I don't disagree with that. Thank you for paying for that gag. Yeah. Yes, Gundam Seed and its sequel, Gundam Seed Destiny. It was a series that looked to, in many ways, kind of uh, redo, is a remake of the original Gundam series, but like for a modern audience, like a newer audience, but kind of like tell some of the same stories. And then people say that, and my counter to that is every Gundam series is trying to capture the magic. Okay. Every Gundam series is doing one of two things. It is attempting to recapture the magic of Gundam, the original Mobile Suit Gundam, or it is trying to break the mold and break away from the original and do something TM different. Uh, uh, and some very much succeed in that, and some very much fail in that respect. Um, but yeah, Seed gets a lot of shit from a lot of people. I thought it was a fine series. I was happy to watch it when it came out, and I wasn't into a lot of anime at the time that it came out. I was going through a period where I was not super invested. But that show, I just remember really liking because I genuinely enjoy gu- various many different Gundam series. It's only fairly recently that I have found a few Gundam series that I have not super loved, but I also like the Gundams from it. Like, I don't think that Build Divers is particularly great, but I think that the remixes of classic Gundams and reimaginations and new stuff that comes out of it is fantastic. So, you know, it's got I've gotten a lot of joy out of that. But also, I understand why some people these are the Gundam series that they really like. Not everybody. A lot of people have their favorite Gundam shows. Like I like the mid to late '90s stuff. Um, was Gundam Wing my first Gundam? Yes. Does that color my liking of what kind of Gundam shows I like? Certainly. Um, But also, I liked Turn A Gundam, and many people very much did not like Turn A. Turn A is very polarizing in various communities of people. Um, it is, I would say, probably one of the most polarizing um, Gundam series. But I don't know, there's a lot to like about it. Uh, Everybody's got their favorite Gundam. Everyone's got their Gundam series they like, despite its many flaws. As I've said many a time here, I cannot recommend to anyone G Gundam, but it also Domon is my favorite Gundam pilot. So shit, what am I gonna do? My favorite Gundam pilot is in a series that is very hard for me to recommend to people because it's just a mess of a show. All right, let's get more of this going here. So it's the beginning of the month. It's also we're now in the beginning of the anime season, a new season of anime. Um, Now, did I watch a new show that came out on Tuesday? Did I watch that to cover today? No. Um, I will watch it. I will get to it. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna cover it uh, on Monday's stream because there isn't right now anything new coming out on Sunday or Monday that I'm interested in. There will be, hopefully in a couple weeks, but right now I don't have anything on the horizon, so that way I have something to talk about. And then next Thursday I'll be able to cover it because um, this week I'm just going to cover two shows that ended their season and one show that ended its series, and I'll talk about that after the pause of the cause. Um, but yeah, I had some shows end there. Now, one of them is going to get replaced. Slime Diaries is coming, and it will take the slot of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime until the next season of That Time I Got, or the second half of the second season starts in later in the year. So we will have that. So there will be something hanging out in that slot. Um, but yeah, so I'll probably talk about Jura the Princess. Jurin, the Princess of Blood and Snow, which I knew had some supernatural stuff, but I didn't realize When I say this, so this show, like I said, I'm not covering it. I'm going to talk about it next week or soon, but not necessarily fully today because I didn't watch all of the episode of it. Um, uh, it's basically a samurai version of The Crow, where somebody is kind of the spirit of vengeance, but there are also other supernatural things that are happening in the world. But the main character is some kind of woman that can unlock powers and seems to be Crow influenced in her abilities to get her revenge. And it's set in a almost industrial, on the verge of being industrial, Japan. And yeah, I was like, all right. There also, I believe there is a werewolf. I have seen some sort of photo evidence that there is a werewolf in the show, and I was like, I mean, all right, I'll watch an episode. I'm not gonna watch that Mars Red though. That sad vampire show, I just know is gonna be real sad, and I'm not up for it. In the same way that there is a sad anime about a guy who a family member of his dies and he loses the will to play music. Then he moves to a new town and then ends up like getting kind of like persuaded to teach his friends the instrument. Uh, and I forget the exact name of it, but it seems like it's going to be real sad and dramatic and like have moments of joy. But I was like, ooh, that is not a thing I'm going to talk about week to week. That is a thing like uh, that is gonna just like I'll watch a few episodes and just be like emotionally devastated, and then watch more of it. That doesn't feel like a show that I want to watch and talk about every week. I kind of try to keep those a little lighter when I do that. Um, but yeah, so far a lot of the new. I mean, we still have all. The thing is, this January season, this winter season was so weird. A bunch of stuff hasn't ended yet. Uh, it's like ending this week. I finished up all the shows, and then that time I got reincarnated because the slime ended. Black Clover is now done. There's a movie that's been announced, but no information about what that movie's going to be. And then also the second season um, of Laid Back Camp has ended. Uh, no announcement of a third season. I would love a third season, but I also understand if there isn't going to be one. Um, the second season was very fun. So I can't tell you. Oh, they're definitely going to do a third season. But Wonder Egg won't end until June. Is Wonder Egg a double length? Uh, or is it taking a break and coming back? I'm gonna look that up. Uh, special. Oh, there's a special episode airing. Well, yeah. Okay, so they're doing a special. Is that is that like a is it like wrapping up the show? Like, oh shit, this original piece couldn't finish in 12 episodes, or is it like, oh yeah, we got funding to do an extra episode, so we're gonna do that later. I don't know what it's gonna be. Oh, it's the actual ending. It got some real awful production. Oh, okay. So they're just going to be like, so it should have been a 13 episode, and they're going to give it to them as a special. Okay. Horrendous with crunch. Oh, well, that's a nightmare, especially for an original property. Yeah, I didn't watch Wonder Egg because I got bad vibes from it. Not like bad, this is going to be a terrible experience, but bad like, oh, I am not equipped for a psychological show. I'm not. I've watched some psychological anime that kind of plays with your mind and plays with some weirdness. Um, Anime that is about real things in a fantasy setting, or has fantastical elements to deal with real traumas. But 2020, 2021, Pat is just not equipped to handle that. I just can't. So the same thing with like the lesser, I think, psychedelic, but also very psychedelic heaviness of uh, was it outdoor picnic, other side picnic, because that's the other uh, Yuri suspense psychological show that came. Two, we had two this season. That one's way more of a girls can like girls, whereas uh, Wonder Egg feels like when there's trauma, sometimes girls have identity problems, and it look that may be a gross mischaracterization of the show, but it felt like every decision in that show is just because of very bad trauma that occurred to the characters, things that in other shows are handled, and so yeah, it might be a bit of a mischaracterization of it that, oh well, yeah, this person identifies this way because of the terrible trauma that happened to them, instead of the it's someone experiencing their true selves. But yeah, that might be a bit of a mischaracterization on my part. It's heavy. I can't blame anyone who doesn't want to give it a go. Trigger warnings for pretty much everything. Yeah, that is what I had heard right away. So same thing with one of the reasons the Other Side Picnic didn't appeal to me was one, the psychological stuff, and two, that a lot of its inspiration was urban legends and creepy pastas, and I was like, I'm good. Those don't appeal to me in any way. I think I'll be good not seeing that. And then I heard good things about it. I heard good things about both shows. I don't know. That might just be one of those things where I like read about it later, um, and then decide if I want to go in with some outside knowledge, which I don't necessarily recommend to people. I do think they handle some of it well. This is coming from a cis dude, though, so yeah, exactly right. Um, like the thing I heard about Other Side Picnic from people who are seeing themselves in that show is it's nice to have a show where characters are just queer or gay uh, because they are, but it's not a romantic comedy. It's not a drama, a high school drama. It's just like these girls are like going into an alternate dimension to fight things and monsters, and then they meet and they're like, "Yep, I am into you. I like what's going on here." Uh, so like I could appreciate that was that was what appealed to some people was that it was genre fiction that also happened to be very gay, uh, and I was like, oh, that's neat. It still didn't seem like a show I want to watch, and then Wonder Egg felt like, yeah, Wonder Egg just kind of felt like it was something where I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is going to be a thing for me. And that's the nice thing about anime is that it's not just animation. Animation is a medium, not a genre. It is just a way to do things, and there are a lot of shows. I talk about shows that I'm sure people aren't interested in watching, but they might be interested in me talking about them. But also, like, yeah, they're. I mean, Skate the Infinity is, some people's favorite show of last season. I found it. I could not connect with it. It was that thing where I was like, I can kind of see why some people are into this show, but like, uh, I'm not, and I don't know if I was ever going to get into that show as the way that some people I know were very into that show. Um, because it was just like I can't get past the beefs. I can't I don't like all the characters. I like the main two dudes, but I didn't really like the supporting cast, and the fact that it was like illegal underground skateboarding was just like this is just a thing that I'm just gonna keep laughing at this, and that's not nice for me to just keep laughing at this idea. The very premise of the show made me laugh, and I was like, that's bad. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Uh, but yeah, I know some people that were like, "That was my show of the season." Just like, okay. Or like, uh, I talked about this in the last one, I think the last episode of the stream. Uh, Kimono Jihen is a show that I know a few people really, really liked. They were like, "I like this shonen. I'm actually sick of uh, uh, I'm actually sick of the good boy, the nice boy, the sensitive boy shonen." And I like Kimono Jihen because the kid doesn't have emotions. He's just like, and that was a selling point. To me, I was just like, no, I kind of want them to be like, I love these empathetic main characters in shonen right now. I think it rules. So I'm not as into that idea of having one that isn't that. No, no, you gotta have something going on. Put this on right. This doesn't seem to slip in the way I need to. Oh no, it does. Okay. Um. Oh. I do think the no, sorry. Man. So the happiest I've been lately. I bought a bunch of kits from the U.S. sale of the Gundam show stuff. Ooh, nice. Uh. Uh. And I've been giving them away. Can we have music, please? I don't play music while I stream. I play some stuff from soundtracks before I stream, but I do not play music during a stream. I just talk and hang out. But I don't play anything in there. I do put these archives up on YouTube, and I know that. Uh, Also, I have it set so the VOD won't have music before it streams, so the VODs won't have that. Um, but yeah, I don't do the music thing. Um, I like that Skate is just kind of Johnny Tsunami. It's not my favorite though. I think Yuri Camp was my fave. Yeah, so Yuri Camp was definitely my favorite, probably like sequel uh, to a show this season. Like that Non Non Biori season 3 started rough because Akari took a while for me to get to like her. Because I'm very scared when they introduce a new character in a show because it's always just like, why? Who is this new character? Why are we spending so much time with this new character? But I think they did sell her pretty well as the show went on, and I grew to enjoy that character. So that was good. And then I did really like Laid Back Camp season 2. I thought that was very fun. Uh, I think that worked out great. And then yeah, I think my favorite new show uh, was probably that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I thought it was really interesting. I'm looking forward to more of it. I know some people who read the manga didn't enjoy the choice the anime made, which was to jump between the two stories that are happening instead of focusing fully on the one story and then being like, and now while that and here's what's been happening with the other humans. Instead, kind of doing this almost a bait and switch of like playing with time that way, which seems to be invented for the anime more than anything. I kind of enjoyed that. Uh, Added a little bit more mystery, I think. So yeah, I was into that show a lot. I think that might have been my new favorite show of the season. But yeah, all right, we're gonna finish this piece here, and then we're gonna do the whole chest, and then we'll panel line all of it together. But I'm gonna do this one piece here, and then we'll take a pause, and I'll do my pause for the cause. Talk about ways you can support the channel if you're so inclined. Give you some options to do that if you'd like. We'll do that in a moment or two. But let me get this last component put together here. Gotta do that, and gotta do that. This very much feels like a master grade from the year 2013. It definitely lives up to it. This is before they really started putting a lot of English in manuals and having like color pages now and again. Um, but yeah, where there were just like there's definitely some text here that is telling me to be paying attention to a thing, and I just kind of have to know it from trial and error. But it's still looking good. And then we'll have the thing where I'm going to have to slip a piece on and hope that it all lines up right and fiddle around with some armor that interlocks, and eventually it'll look pretty good. So yeah, let's take a pause for the cause. If you are new to the stream, I'm going to talk about ways you can support what I do here. All of this is optional. None of this is stuff that I'm like, somebody's got to be doing this right now. This is all just like stuff you could do if you'd like to do, and I would appreciate it. If you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the emote in the chat. Let the people know that you are a subscriber. You're welcome to do that. Throw some emotes in there. Let me see those great emotes. All done by our good friend, the lovely Xandra, who made all of our emotes. Yeah, so subscribing is an easy way to support what I do. If you've been gifted a sub, you can always convert that to a regular paid sub, and they won't charge you until your gift sub has ended. Harold wants me to ring the bell. That's 1,000 bits for 1,000 channel points. I will ring a physical, actual bell. I'm gonna do that right now. You got me to ring the bell, and you could ring the bell for various ways. But yeah, give me a follow here on Twitch if you don't already. I build model kits on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time, and on Wednesdays I play something else. Today is the first day of the month, which means it's the best day to join my Patreon. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. But feel free to join in and jump in there. You're more than welcome. There's a $1 tier, $3, $5, and $10 tiers, and you get different rewards for each. There will be a vote fairly soon for 3, 5, and 10, but what I play coming up soon. Towards the middle of the month, you always get to vote on one of my bonus streams. I give you some options. But yeah, there's that. I have a YouTube. Now, you can obviously subscribe to YouTube for free. That doesn't cost any money. But if you wanted to, you could also join at youtube.com/PatBear. I have memberships, and that's $2 a month. You could jump in that if you wanted to. Under no obligation to do that. We're going to get through this pretty quickly, folks, and I'll get back to building very soon. Also, I did have a coffee donation, which I really much appreciated tonight. Thank you very much for that donation. That was very kind of you. But I also have Coffee and Streamlabs and PayPal. Those are all options. And anything that I get through those, anything that I get through YouTube and Twitch and Patreon, all goes into buying model kits. So any donations to any of those things or just subscribing, all that, it all goes back into me buying stuff so that I can continue to build model kits. Because once I'm done with the kit, I gotta get another model kit. So appreciate that. Now, if you were looking and you said, well, Pat, what if, is there a way to buy kits that you can build? And then, like, maybe you build it before you build the other stuff. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. And I have an Amazon wish list. So you could buy something on my wish list. It'll come to me in the mail, and I'll build it on stream. I have high grades, master grades, Lego sets, some non-graded stuff. Inexpensive kits, expensive kits, stuff that is high priced right now but might drop in price in a day. Like, for some reason, there's a Batman set that got very pricey for no apparent reason, but maybe it'll be cheaper soon. I don't know. But I have a bunch of different stuff. And you can buy it on there, and I will build it, and it will jump the queue. It'll jump ahead. And then I have some equipment towards the bottom of the page of stuff that was just like neat stuff that you could pick up if you were like, I don't know anything about kits, but here's some gear that would help you. Alternatively, you could be like Lashbrook, who bought a gift card to USA Gundam Store and then sent me a DM on Twitter with the code. Yeah, that's why I'm building the Strike Rouge. That's why I built the Glansa before. Is because of gift cards purchased to USA Gundam Store, and they jumped the queue of stuff that I already had. But yeah, I appreciate everybody in any way supporting me in any way they can. We're gonna get back to building in just a moment, but I do want to just quickly go through some stuff here. I do want to say. I mentioned my Discord before. If you're watching this on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching this archive. You can find all these links in the show description of the video. I have a Discord. You can join my Discord. Obviously, that's free. It's a free way to support what I do. A couple video things. Pat Bear's Anime Club. That's my every other Monday video series that I do. This past Monday, it was a video that I recorded live talking about my favorite shows from the 2021 winter season and a preview of the spring season. Stuff I'm definitely excited about, stuff that I was very disappointed in, and some things I just never watched and I will never watch. Like, there's some stuff this season. There is a romantic comedy whose premise is so off-putting that I was just like, nah, I don't want to watch that. There's like two that I was like, I don't want to watch either of these. Maybe they turn out to be great. I don't know, but they sound bad. Um, but then also, this last season, we had two romantic comedies. One that I thought was great, one I didn't like as much. That happens. All right, the other video series is Bear With Me. It's reaction videos. Somebody sent me a link to a video that was Pikachu. It was a Pikachu video doing some stuff in a recent Pokemon series, which I have not seen, and I reacted to that. I was just like, hey, there's Pikachu. And there was another Pokemon, and I have a genuine reaction that I recorded and then put up online. And that's fun. That one is not going to make me any money because I cannot do that for fear that the video get taken down. But it was still like, I was like, well, I like this enough that I'm going to put it up. Just checking. Okay, yeah. All right, we're going to get into building, get back to building. Thanks for, letting me do my ad reads and talking about stuff that I'm excited about and all that other stuff. And then we'll get into some anime talk about a few shows. And then we will continue building as I talk about these shows. Okay, let me get back to this. Great. Let us continue to put these things. We're going to get our first connector. We got our connectors here. Got quite a few of them. Not surprising. So we'll get those out there. Our plastic connectors. Polycaps, as some people call them. So, Black Clover is done. Now, they've announced a movie. No details on the movie. Don't know anything about it yet. We don't know anything about it yet. They announced a movie. Now, do I think that they are going to go seasonal eventually and bring it back and tell, like, seasonal stories and then take breaks akin to Jujutsu Kaisen or My Hero Academia or Fire Force instead of the One Piece Boruto model? Yeah, I do think they're going to do that. I think we're going to start seeing, we'll see it come back in some form. Also, I think they're looking to see how the movie does. And if that can increase interest in what's going on. But it is done so far as a show that just keeps coming out and takes like a week off every once in a while. They took some longer breaks due to COVID. Than normal. They would always do filler episodes, but they did a filler arc last year that was awful. The year started great for the show, and then that was a bad filler arc with some created characters who were tragic queer villains, which I am not a fan of tragic queer villains as just a thing you're going to just put in the show, huh? You're just going to put that in the show, huh? Just going to put that in the fucking show, huh? So, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the tragic queer villains that were added to the show. So, let's see. What else did I want to say that was happening with the show? So, basically, their new big bads, they're bigger than ever. There was a whole training arc to get them ready to fight these big bads. And usually, when you do a training arc or you do a time skip, generally, not always, but generally, your time skip means that you're ready to take on the bad people, and then there's also going to be some twist. The twist was they still weren't fucking ready for it, and some people got killed, and some people got wiped out and barely survived, and they're all going to get fucking powered up again. Some elves are going to help out, some characters get powered up, some characters are getting powered up on their own, and our friend Asta, the main fucking character of the show, Asta, no last name, an orphan, Well, a new character shows up who's just like, I have subjugated demons, and I can teach you how to do it because there's a demon in your grimoire. You have to fight it, and then beat it, and then you could win. And you have to do it one-armed because the demon already took one of your arms. And of course, in very Asta style, he's like, I guess I'll fight you because it's important to you, but I kind of don't want to. And originally, when we first heard our demon, it had a different voice actor than. Eventually, they decided on a different voice actor than the person that did the demon's voice, like as a one-off. So there is a voice actor for it, a proper voice actor, and that voice actor also does Bakugo from My Hero Academia, and all I can hear is Bakugo that also does a laugh, which I think is supposed to be evil. Is the demon trying to be evil? But we got a whole flashback about how the demon was born with no magic, and then the demon got thrown and got released into the human world. But of course, humans were like, it's a fucking demon, kill that demon. And there is a woman who is introduced, and she has she drains people's magic and life force, but he has no magic. And also, because he's a demon, she's not draining his life force. So she's like, okay, well, live with me, and I guess, like, you'll be my new son. And she does say new, and you're like, that's weird. Also, this woman, I don't think it's supposed to be, like, a shocking reveal later, but from the moment this character is introduced, I'm like, oh, that's Asta's mom. Weird. This lady met Asta's mom, or this lady who was Asta's mom met this demon. That feels very coincidental / fate related. Okay. Anyway, a thing happens. She dies to protect him. She puts him in the grimoire that eventually becomes Asta's. While in the grimoire, he learns anti-magic, and he wants his revenge. And of course, he's been very happy to use Asta to get that revenge. They have a big fight. It's a good dramatic fight. There are lots of moments where it's like, is he going to be able to pull this off? Asta remembers all the many powerful people that he has faced and also trained under, and all the magical swords people. He's using Yami's sword. Also the demon, one of the demon that killed Asta's mom, is of course the demon. Yes, dirty. We're doing some plot reveals. Black Clover. Everything's connected. The human that showed kindness to Libe and named him Libe is Lishta, sorry, who is Asta's mom, and it is heavily implied, but not straight out said, that's definitely Asta's mom, because she had a child that she left, on a doorstep. It is definitely, but it was probably because her magic, she sucked life force from people. So even though Asta didn't have any magic to be taken, she was probably hurting him. So that's why she had to abandon him, which is real sad. But now, not only does Asta I don't think know this, but he's now going to fight the demon that killed his mom. So even more personal reasons. But anyway, in this, like, the people I've faced and the people that have become friends and some haven't, they actually show the anime-only tragic queer villains, which was nice that they put them in there because they are anime-only, and you would think that they would just be never talked, the devil banishers or devil worshippers. You would have thought they would never be mentioned again, and they were mentioned once. So that was kind of surprising. They weren't mentioned, they were just shown in the montage. I was surprised by that. That was a pleasant surprise. Anyway, Asta wins, and he's just like, hey, I'm not going to form like a forced contract with you. Let's be friends. Let's work together. And then his right arm gets restored, and now they're going to be partners, and now they have to learn. They have 2 days to train and learn how to work together. And Asta does what Asta does. You know, turns a would-be enemy into a friend because that's Asta's style. That's what he does. Uh, he makes friends out of enemies. Um, and then the end is a montage of a bunch of characters preparing for the raid rescue. So people are going to be training with elves. Some people are training on their own. Uh, we might see, the Black Bulls in action, a bunch of other stuff. I was glad the elves came back because they're just randomly in the edge of the Heart Kingdom because that used to be elf territory. And there are also some surviving elves apparently, which is neat. So yeah, more of that shit. Yes, but could Asta beat Goku? Well, I have said that Charmy can beat Goku, so I don't know if Asta, Yami. So I honestly think Yami could beat Goku. But yes, that is my could beat Goku. My definitely for funsies, jokey thing that is definitely not to be taken seriously. Um, that I said I would keep doing until someone with a lot of followers got mad at it, but that hasn't happened yet. Uh, but I really do hope that at some point somebody finds it and thinks that it's real and that I'm saying, and I legit think that one of the characters from Haikyuu could beat Goku. You know, the human boys volleyball. One of the characters who is good at volleyball could beat Goku is what I'm yes, I definitely believe that. It is not just a joke thing that I am doing. Sure. All right, this is supposed to go like this. Wait. I may have put this on wrong. Hold up. I do enjoy that. The nonsense of that. So, all right. So this goes like this. Yeah, okay. I put this on backwards. Complicated. Yes, and that goes like that. Okay, this is just like weirdness to open up and get ready for the cockpit and all that. So we gotta do this, and then this goes like this. We're building the chest out. We're gonna finish the whole body part here. We're gonna do all the parts, and then we'll go in and panel line all of it. That's just the choice I made. I might regret that choice, but I think we'll go with that. There's like a lot of, just parts to this. Anyway, I want to keep talking about some anime that I watched because, like I said, this wrap up is Black Clover is now over, which is weird. Do I think the movie is going to? Let's speculate a little bit here, right? The movie that is coming out, is it just going to be the training montage leading into to then like lead into that? Is it going to be the raid and then the raid on it, the Saving Yami raid? Because that could be a movie. Is it going to be a prequel? Is it going to be hey, before the fight with the demons happened, in that months of training, this happened, and we're just going to do that? Is it like? I feel like it has to be a thing that has like the main characters, but also they could just be like, oh, it's Yami and William doing stuff from the past. It's just like whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the movie's going to be. It would be weird if the movie was just a 2-hour training montage leading up. So I think my assumption would be that it's going to be this raid that's coming, or the rescue mission / raid, and they're just going to do it as a movie. But I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Anyway, that time I got reincarnated as a slime is over. Now, there's going to be Slime Diaries. That's coming out. And then there's going to be another half of this season. So the season isn't actually technically over. It's just the first half of the season 2 is over. But they've broken it up. It's not running back to back. It's not like that time I got reincarnated as a spider, which is just running back to back. This is like, no, they're doing this now, and then they will they're going to be the Slime Diaries, which is a side series by the same mangaka and is more of a chibi show. If you did not enjoy this season because you wish that it was like lighter and less really sad, then I would say you're probably going to like Slime Diaries. Anyway, all the characters that had gotten murdered, that were, people that um, uh, Rimuru liked worked for, they all came back to life. Rimuru's as a demon slime looks a little darker, but basically the same thing as it looked before. Um, there's this whole thing where uh, making fun of Shion's cooking, and it kind of felt like old, less modern, less new blood of the that time I got reincarnated as slime. It felt like more like season one and kind of goofiness of like the password, so I know that you're okay and of sound mind, is to say that I'm going to say Shion's cooking, and you say tastes like shit. And he turns it around on Benimaru, much to Benimaru's displeasure. He gets caught in his own thing. It's a whole thing. It's light. It's kind of fun. He learns about Great Sage evolving into Raphael, and he's just like, oh, that's impressive. Also, you definitely talk differently than you did. And, kind of figures out his new powers a bit. Millium, the dragon, the demon lord, who's from the dragon race, the dragonoid race, apparently declared war and went to war, and Carrion is perceived dead due to another demon lord's introduction. Sky Queen Frey, I believe is the name, which we have not seen before. So that's 3 demon lords working together. So who knows exactly what's going on with that. But it's definitely Clayman's doing. So a thing that's been happening slowly through season 1, we had these like flashbacks, and then during the OVA, which are canon, or 3, 4, and 5 of the OVA are canon, we got like more of an introduction to like who this mysterious Noir was, this mysterious demon who we know is like a high-ranking demon. He is definitely high up there. They've used the word primordial. Anyway, he showed up, and he looks like kind of like an aristocratic gentleman, and he stuck around because he was like, you summoned me, and he's like, Rimuru, I would like to serve you. And Rimuru's like, you seem like a very strong demon. Alright, well, cool, let me name you. And names him Diablo, because that is a great name for a demon. And then he definitely evolves higher up, and now Noir is named Diablo, which is, his new form is very similar, except he looks more like a butler, because he's very psyched about being Rimuru's butler and assistant, because he digs Rimuru's style. And he was also really intrigued by Shizu and her mask, and now he's like, all right, now let's see what else is going to go on here. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then Raphael is like, hey, because you evolved, the calculations to solve the problem of eternal imprisonment that the dragon, Veldora, had been imprisoned, now that you're a demon lord, we can, like a true demon lord, we can, like, fix that shit. It's time. Veldora the dragon can now, like, show up. So, that's going to be huge, because that is just, like, the spirit guardian of the forest, and, like, one of the original dragons. There's only so many dragons in the world, and it was just, like, obviously got imprisoned at one point, but that was, like, an ancient hero who is no longer around. And so Rimuru does the thing, unlocks it, and then gives, so that the spirit of Veldora can have a physical body, gives him one of his clones, which then becomes taller, and the humanoid form of Veldora the dragon, Veldora Tempest, is blonde hair, no shirt, gloves, like long gloves, a cape, and fangs, and then like some markings. Um, it absolutely rules. Veldora just looks like he's not in edgelord territory. He's a little bit in edgelord territory, but he's definitely in a I have a cape, but I don't have a shirt. I am this weird nonsense thing. Uh, it rules. It is an awesome look. I am so psyched for Veldora to be back. I can't wait to see more. It was a great way to end this season with like, uh, it was a dark season. I mean, our main character did commit murder of thousands of people, some of whom definitely deserved it, others whom were just soldiers for their nation, doing a thing, who got slaughtered real quick, very like, yeah, ridiculously. Um, so yeah, mixed bag on some of that, but like also, I'm excited for Slime Diaries. I think that's going to be real cool and fun. Fun and cool and fun. All right, I'm going to panel line this before I put it in just because it's going to be hard to see. Uh, if I don't do it now, it'll be it's hard to do, not hard to see. So yeah, if you watched the first season of That Time I Got Reincarnated in Slime and you were like, I wish this was more like regular, traditional modern isekai, this is this season for you. If you watched season 2 and you were like, I wish it was more like season 1, then Slime Diaries is probably going to be more your speed. I know it'll be more my speed, probably. But yeah, and then the last show I want to talk to you about was the 13th and final episode of season 2 of Laid Back Camp, which was really fun and great. This show, I mean, look, it depicts beautiful, like Izu still looks beautiful. It's lovely, gorgeous depictions of places in Japan that I will probably never see, but it just like lovingly spends a lot of time on them. It does a really good job with them. And then also, it's very good at dogs. Like the animators are very good at making like really cool looking, great, really want to pet them dogs. Because there was a Chihuahua named Choco that we saw earlier in the show, in the season, came back, and it was great. And then also, I know they're not dogs, but they are animals that I want to talk about. There were capybaras. There was an animal sanctuary with birds and stuff, and capybaras that hang out in a hot spring, and those capybaras ruled and were great, and I was psyched to see them in the show. They were absolutely fantastic. They were just really cute and great. Big fan of those not Chihuahua, capybaras, I should say. Yeah, I mean, it just looked beautiful. Everything was cool. Akari, the younger sister of Aki, or Ayue, I should say, she got a plushie. Looked very cute. It was also kind of a little bittersweet because even though this was the last episode, like it was also the end of their big camping trip, and Nadeshiko wants to go group camping again, but she also wants to do solo camping. Will there be more episodes? I don't know. Was this a fun way to go out? I think so. Rin had to ride back by herself because she took her bike there, or her moped, I should say. And there was a nice little thing where Nadeshiko wanted to go, see her on the way because the camping trip wasn't over until everyone got home. I don't know. It was nice. It was just like a chill way to end the show. I would be psyched for more. I don't know if we're going to get more. I think it's a really great show. I have not watched the live-action drama. I don't know anything about it. I've heard, I haven't heard anything about the live-action, so I can't comment on the live-action of Laid Back Camp season or Laid Back Camp. Um, I think there's a Laid Back Camp movie coming out. Laid Back Camp movie. I think it was announced. So I'm going to check that out real quick here. But yeah, lovely show. Bittersweet. Okay, 2022. So it's coming out next year. That was announced beginning of this year. That's right. Before the that's coming, and it's yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's a movie. Yeah, okay. I will be excited. I will watch that. I will watch Laid Back Camp, the movie at some point, hopefully. Uh, I'll be able to see that in the U.S. in some way. I'll make it happen so I can watch that show because it's lovely and great, and I would like to see more of it. I don't know if we'll see more. Maybe there'll be another season of Room Camp, the little side story. Probably not. Maybe. All right. Am I gonna panel line this? Maybe I will. Yeah. I'm gonna pull this piece out so that I can hit it with. This is the feet one is brown. No. No. This is black. This color. Great. Yeah, like I said, Juror and the Princess, because right now I don't know what I don't know what's coming out when I'm gonna watch. I will do the first 2 episodes next Thursday, or I will do it on one of the nights where there isn't anything new. Preview wise, I can tell you that let me look up here what we got going on here. So I'm Spider So What is off this week because there's new shows. So I believe the next episode will be back following Friday. But shows there's My Hero Academia Season 5 started last week, so there's an episode of that to watch that'll come out on Saturday. And then also SSSS Dynazeon is coming out, and Let's Make a Mug 2, TOO, should both be coming out tomorrow. The SS Dynazeon is it is not a direct sequel with the same characters. It's not Gridman Season 2, but it is part of the Gridman universe, the SSSS Gridman universe. They're hoping to do more of it, so it is an original piece. I think the kaiju look good. I think the giant robot looks good. Some of the characters seem interesting. I am not excited about one of the characters who seems to be an older character that happens to look young, because that is a trope that I do not enjoy, and I am hoping that that character is not in a lot of the show and is not like. I'm just hoping it's not a main character because like I said, that is just very much not my style and not a thing that I enjoy. So I'm hoping that I don't have to see a lot of that. But I'm very excited for Let's Make a Mug 2. That is I think it describes it pretty well. It's one of those girls really into a thing, and that thing is pottery. So I am always here for a girls really into a thing anime, especially one that is a chill anime like that. Very much looking forward to it. Also, like having a chill Friday show after my Fridays will still have like I'm still gonna have like an isekai and a shonen, and like it's still gonna be jam packed with some action. But to also be like, yeah, I have some action stuff happening, and then also, I am excited to have like a chill girls into a thing anime. Those are fun to have. Because this is the face, I am going to panel line this now because generally the grill part that I'm doing right here is very difficult to do when the kit is completed. So we'll do that right now. Speaking of good-looking kaiju, Godzilla Singular Point started pretty strong. At least got one good Godzilla thing this week. Yeah, so I don't have Netflix right now. I will get it. Look, eventually I'm going to watch Shaman King. Like, eventually I will watch Shaman King. So at some point I'm going to need to get it in the near future. I just haven't. I don't have Netflix right now. At some point I probably will. So I have not seen uh, the new Godzilla animated thing. Um, in the same way that like I'm going to watch that Cowboy Bebop live action. Like I'm going to give that a shot. Like it's going to happen. But so eventually I will just get Netflix. Um, but I didn't know if Shaman King was like going to come out weekly or if it was going to be a thing that's like some point and so just like at some point like I'll have to just watch it because I kind of have to know, right? I watched Shaman King when it first came out, and I kind of want to see like I joke about this, but it's actually true. Like I need to know if one of the characters continues to have his gimmick of has ice powers, and his weapon of choice is a snowboard, which he rises on the ice that he makes so he can ride on it. And I just need to know, is that motherfucking dude still using a snowboard in the year 2021? And also, like, how many episodes happened before the original spirit ghost helps out the kid? Like, is what's the voice actor like for the human goofy best friend, which was very common in those eras of because that character's original voice actor was just had a really annoying voice. Will this character have an annoying voice? Like I just kind of want to know what's up, what's going to happen. Is this the wrong piece? Did I pick the wrong piece out? I did. This is the wrong piece. Put that over there. I did 2 wrong pieces tonight. I don't have like a swear jar equivalent for when I like take out the wrong piece, but I'm not thrilled with it. I'll let you know that. This kid's just gonna have more and more stickers. That's just gonna be the head. Is always gonna have stickers, even in a master grade. Obviously, this is a master grade from 2013, so it is. You can't like directly compare it to a master grade from a modern master grade, but still, the amount of stickers that are here is just like, come on. What are we doing? Why does his head need so many stickers? It doesn't. It doesn't need all these stickers. Anyway, there's a lot of anime coming out. I am excited for quite a bit of it. You know me. You know I'm going to watch a bunch of shows, and I'll give reports. And some of those shows, I'll be watching, like, maybe I won't like Jorin, the Princess of Snow and Blood. I think I said Blood and Snow earlier. It's Snow and Blood. Maybe I won't with that. Maybe people will be like, oh, Mars Red, this completely kicks ass. Holy shit. And I'll be like, all right, I guess I got to watch this show about vampire cops. And when I say vampire cops, I actually should say this show about vampire soldiers who are hunting other vampires. And I bet, you know what? I bet society still doesn't like them just because they kill their own. Society's not going to be suddenly like, hey, cool. I just need to know. I'm going to have to find out. Is Mars Red a really poorly done allegory for race? Or is it just like, hey, vampires? Because, like, other programs, like other media have attempted to be like, hey, what about racism against vampires? What if the vampires are like trying to deal with that and dealing with like, like slurs and trying to like integrate in society and being treated like second-class citizens? And it's like, you got to be good at that shit if you're going to try that. If you're going to try to make this a race allegory, you better be fucking good at that shit. And it's hard. And maybe don't. So we'll see. But I have a feeling that things don't work out too well for these vampires who are killing other vampires to try to like make things eat better for their kind. This could be my guess is that it doesn't work out great is my general feeling on that. We'll find out. Or I'll read about it. I don't think I'm going to watch, like, Mars Red didn't look interesting to me, so I'm like, meh. There's a lot of shows coming out. But of course, I'll let you know about the slice of lives that are rad. or maybe boring. I'll let you know about the isekais that are interesting or maybe terrible. We got 3 isekai this season. One of them is an isekai that's a slice of life. Um, I've been killing slimes for 300 years is an interesting premise. I've read some of the manga. Seems pretty fun. Um, it's a little bit Kuma Bear kind of style. Um, or Kuma Bear. So that seems like it might be interesting. And then something about Saint in the name is more of a shoujo romance. It is not a traditional isekai. I mean, it's a throwback isekai. Female led, and then like this girl who they think is going to be the hero, and they're like, well, maybe you're not the hero. Maybe it's this other girl, and so she just like has the opportunity to live like kind of a normal life until her situation gets to the point where people are like, wait, I think you're the saint. Uh, and then I think there's one other isekai. Oh, there's more of that time. Sorry, Soma Spider. So what? We get more of that, and maybe there's one more isekai that I'm forgetting. I don't remember. I apologize. Um, then there's that time travel one about the guy who uh, he suddenly is back in time and he is in his body from when he was in middle school, and he's like gonna save his childhood best friend who died uh, in high school. He's gonna use his knowledge of his adult brain, but he's got to fight in gangs and like form a gang or something. Like that seemed like it might be kind of cool. So I'll probably check that out. There's a bunch of anime this season that I'm like, all right, I'll probably check this out. Tokyo. Also, it's called Tokyo Revengers. So I'm going to watch it. Because it's called Tokyo Revengers, and that's just wonderfully terrible. It's the best kind of, that's a terrible name. So yeah, of course I'm going to watch that. I'm going to apply some stickers as well right now. I'm going to put these camera stickers on. 2 goes in the front. 3 goes in the back. The back sticker, the least necessary sticker, because no one ever sees the back of the head of a Gundam on display, but we still put the sticker on, even though it also never holds on very well. We still put it on. But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff. So in these early days, there'll be a lot of like me being like, I watched the first episode of this, or I stopped watching after a while. And then they'll be like, hey, I didn't start this show until now. Oh, I goofed. This is the show, the season. I do think the show about the 15-year-old girl runaway who gets taken in by a salaryman to live with him, and then it's a romantic show about those 2 characters. I don't care if someone tells me it's the show of the season and brilliant. That premise is so like, nope, that I'm just like, no, I'm not going to watch that. I was just like, oh no, that is so not a show that I have any interest in. The premise, no thanks. Both the romantic comedies this season. That sounds rough. Yeah, it was also the first show. It was the second show of the season. It came out, I think, like on Monday or Tuesday. Because the very first show of the season was My Hero Academia, season 5, which came out on Saturday. But yeah, this was just, I was just like, oh, no thanks. Fuck no thanks. There's no way that I'm going to give that show a chance. Just not going to happen. The premise just sounds so rough. And then there's, the other one is like, guy gets rejected by a girl he likes, doesn't realize that his childhood friend loves him. She proposes that they pretend to be dating to make the other person jealous, which obviously she just wants them to pretend to date so that they can actually fall in love. But she seems creepy, and I was just like, I forgot the name of that one. It has childhood friend in the name, and I was like, I also don't want to see that. But if someone tells me it's good, I mean, I'll check it out. But yeah, it doesn't sound good. All right, we're not done with the head yet, but we are done with the stream for the night. So I am going to go and raid. That's how we end every stream. Thank you for being here. As always, friends, we are going to go give a raid to somebody who's doing cool stuff here on the old Twitch. And we'll do that. My next build stream will be Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I will continue with this build and continue working on the Strike Rouge Ootori. Let's see who is streaming stuff that we want. When did Ben start? Ben, we haven't been able to raid Bengineering in a very long time. My boy Ben. When did he start? Did he announce when he started? An hour ago. He's only been playing for an hour. He's doing World of Warcraft, and like I said, I haven't been able to raid Ben in forever. So we are gonna go raid good old Bengineering, Ben Ulmer. Uh, uh, yeah, I haven't been able to raid him in a while because he streams during the day most of the time. Morning for him, day for me. So we'll go raid Ben. That fucking rules. I'm psyched about this. So feel free to come along on this raid. Ben is a seasoned professional, and also whoever he is wowing with, I'm sure is great because he's great. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Bengineering. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you on Saturday to continue building. So feel free to come to that, and let's go for a raid. And until next time, remember, goodbye, 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 goodbye.